President Donald Trump on Monday agreed to pause the implementation of planned tariffs on imports from Canada. Wait, does that mean we're going to get the Jack Daniels back? Because I was really starting to like that stuff. The pause was announced in a tweet by Trudeau hours after Trump. Because that's the thing. With some people saying, well, hold on a sec. We got to be prepared to get all our counter tariffs going. Counter tariffs, yeah. But let's bring the alcohol back. Quick, bring the alcohol back. Bring it back. Bring back the alcohol. We need all the sales we can.
Amy, liquor store, Jody speaking.
Hello. Do you guys have the Jack Daniels back on the shelves yet?
No, we don't. We don't have any word of when it's going to happen or if it's going to happen yet.
But why not? Mr. President Trump has delayed the tariffs.
I know. We just have to hear word from our head office.
How long do you think it could take? Do you think I could talk to him? I'm good with people. If you let me talk to him, I think I could change his mind.
Yeah, you go ahead. If you can get the number.
Don't you have the number?
You know what? I have no idea.
Wait, is his name Phil? Is his name Phil? Does he have like a brown hat?
No. Well, this is head office, right? So they're not even in the store.
What do you think he is? Do you think he's like maybe getting a croissant or something?
Maybe. Who knows?
Oh, dear.
But we haven't heard anything yet, but I do suspect that it will happen.
Oh, that's good. Thank you, Teresa. Okay, see ya.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to a special episode of the Two Shot Factor, where Trump's tariffs can wait for 1 month. Trudeau had a nice phone call with President Trump just a little while ago. Just had a good call with President Trump. He says, Canada is implementing our $1.3 billion border plan, reinforcing the border with new choppers, technology and personnel, enhanced coordination with our American partners, and increased resources to stop the flow of fentanyl. Everyone keeps saying the flow of fentanyl is about like 1% of it comes from Canada and the rest is all from Mexico. And China, right, of course. Tariff threats take aim at fentanyl trafficking. Here's how the drug reaches the U.S. China hasn't signaled major changes in tackling the flow of fentanyl into the U.S. and has said it would retaliate for any U.S. tariffs because China just doesn't care. What role do Mexico, Canada, and China play in fentanyl reaching the U.S., and how much can their governments do? Where does fentanyl come from? The ingredients in fentanyl are largely produced by companies in China, and used by pharmaceutical companies to make legal painkillers. But a portion of those chemicals is purchased by the Sinaloa and Jalisco cartels in Mexico. Cartels make the synthetic opioid in labs and smuggle it to the U.S. largely at official land crossings in California and Arizona. So why is there a 10% increase on China, but 25 on Canada and an equal 25 to Mexico? Mexico stepped up first, and we all wondered why is Mexico getting off, and he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with Canada. You know, Canada, I used to trust them. They don't have any American banks. No American banks. A lot of drugs. We even asked him, where does the tariff stop? Like, how dangerous is Canada? And Trump said, even the school systems, it's all the way into the elementary schools. There's a lot of drugs and a lot of crimes, a lot of problems. They're driving non-American cars, a lot of Hondas, a lot of Suzukis. It's just outrageous. But we're getting a czar. What are we getting? We're getting a czar. What's a czar? Hey, what is a czar? Is that like some kind of chocolate bar? No. Canada's gonna assign a drug czar. Remember that movie Traffic?
Drugs are great. Psychedelics are so cool. I love hallucinogens.
He's fucking blue. He's breathing.
Oh my god, fucked up Bowman's fucked up.
Because Trump wants to just throw tariffs all over the world now. We want to make it all American. We don't want no more Hondas and Mitsubishis. We just want good old-fashioned Chevrolets. Honda, we'll call those Hondaroos. And then Chevys will become Chevrahulahas. We're now joined live by Dr. Chow.
No problem. You get the leeway. You get a little bit of time.
The re-ray?
The leeway.
Oh, you mean like leeway?
Yeah, the leeway.
Oh, I see.
You didn't get the 1 month. We will stop poisoning you. China, big company. We putting in all the drugs. We make you happy.
Okay, yeah, and you are actually Chinese, Dr. Chow. Is this correct?
Oh yeah. You talk like this, of course.
So we started talking to you back in the COVID epidemic, and you were stationed in Wuhan, or where were you?
Yeah, Wuhan. So, one of those countries, like.
Why do you think Donald Trump has implemented such stiff increases?
He want, because the war is coming. He want to he want to merge a country because the dollar is so weak. Because China is like coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
So apparently the fentanyl a lot of it is made in China, or at least it starts in China and then goes to Mexico. What's your relations with Mexico on the whole fentanyl thing?
Well, like Mexico, like they make the burritos and the fajitos. Like all the the chalupa.
I love those.
Like, they get the big fancy hat, the big sombreros. Yeah, Mexico is like, it's nice and hot. You go down there. It's a good vacation,
Okay, yes, but what about the fentanyl? You sip the ingredients there, and I believe they produce it there. That's what I've heard.
I don't know. I don't know. Mexico, nice guys. Don't worry about Mexico.
Mexico President Claudia Sheinbaum. See, even the Mexicans have Jewish names. Jewish names! Said she would immediately send 10,000 soldiers. They're sending 10,000 brave Mexican soldiers. I know a few of them. There's Felipe, Carlos, and Fernando. Really good guys. Felipe, Carlos, and Fernando! A lot of tariffs. I love tariffs. I love saying the word tariff. It's like a few years ago. Remember I used to say China? Now I say tariff. Tariff. Who signed the tariff? He got it in Mexico. Pierre Poilievre, I can never say his name right. Even he has problems with Trump. We thought these guys would be like, he would say, there must be a reason, but no, it seemed pretty senseless. These are just scare and negotiation tactics. That's all. Psychological.
Trump pauses Mexico tariffs for 1 month.
He paused them because they're a disaster as a whole. Markets were tanking. His shit all to do with an agreement. His corporate overload daddies told him they'll lose money.
All these tariffs are bargaining chips to leverage our GDP and the effect it has on other smaller countries to get them to bend to do what he wants. That's why they get enacted and then removed.
He paused them because it worked. Mexico has already agreed to send 10,000 troops to the border to help secure it.
It's called negotiating. We let them know we have the biggest stick, and then they complied. Yo, tell me you have no idea how tariffs work without telling me. All right, Stefan, you can take your stupid little shirt and your stupid little haircut and stupid little sunglasses and get the hell out of here. Trump tariff threats brought to you by Elon Musk. Accusing the Mexican government of being an ally of narco traffickers is, apart from an insult to our country, says Sheinbaum, a pretext to distract U.S. public opinion with the tremendous mistake of imposing disruptive tariffs on Mexico and North American companies that operate here. Shooting oneself in the foot. I don't know if the narcos aren't involved with the government in Mexico. Have you seen how it is? Have you watched that movie Traffic or Sicario? Watch those movies. I mean, they're a little older than now, but Sicario is not that old. With the tariffs, Trump is honoring promises that are at the core of his economic and national security philosophy. The announcement showed his seriousness around the issue, as some Trump allies had played down the threat of higher import taxes as mere negotiating tactics. Trump said that the government should raise more of its revenues from tariffs as it did before the income tax became part of the U.S. Constitution in 1913. He claims, despite economic evidence to the contrary, apparently, that the U.S. was at its wealthiest in the 1890s, under then President William McKinley. Back in my day in 1890 with President William McKinley, that's where things should be. That's when America was at its most wealthiest. Our economy was thriving. We didn't have all these illegal immigrants. There was virtually no fentanyl. Like, none. If we remember correctly, though, Billy the Kid didn't exactly get along with McKinley, or the law for that matter. If we go the route of the 1890s, we may have to deal with another Billy the Kid again. Advices from sources say, just in case you spot someone that looks like Billy the Kid, he's tall, handsome, and unequaled in the elements that appeal to the holier emotions. I shot the sheriff. Billy the Kid wouldn't have existed if we didn't have punks like Bernie Sanders And Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe Biden, he was around back in 1890. Sleepy Joe ruined the economy, and crooked Hillary Clinton, she was crooked. Always crooked.
Yeah.
Do you have any relations with President Xi Jinping or whatever his name is from China?
Yeah, we go way back. We used to play the Nintendo, the Ninja Gaiden. Remember those?
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hardcore.
Hardcore. All right. Now, Mexico has also got a 1 month re-ray.
Yeah, the re-ray, yeah.
What do you think is going to happen after a month? Is Trump going to... I don't
know. I don't you think I'm a fucking mind reader? I just fucking go into his brain and be like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? I don't know.
All right.
You go ask Trump, man.
Okay, well, where do you go from here? What happens later tonight and next week?
Okay, so they're doing they're restricting the booze, you know, like if you can't get the JD. I want to get my Daniel, and no Daniel no more.
Drug consumption and distribution occur in their own country, and this is a drug health problem they have not addressed. Moreover, the synthetic opioid epidemic in the United States originates from the indiscriminate prescription of these medications authorized by the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, as demonstrated by the legal case against pharmaceutical companies. Mexico does not seek confrontation. We believe in collaboration between neighboring countries. Mexico does not want fentanyl to reach the United States or anywhere else. Therefore, if the United States truly wants to combat the criminal groups that traffic drugs and fuel violence, we must work together. She's going to plan B. Tariffs will not resolve these problems. Instead, we must talk and negotiate. I mean, that's what he's been doing. These are negotiation tactics.